go to Atlanta, site of a major teaching scandal that, luckily for once, does not involve any weird underage sex type stuff.
Nearly a dozen former educators were convicted on racketeering and other charges for their part in one of the nation's biggest cheating scandals.
Inflating the test scores of some of their most vulnerable students to protect their own jobs and their paychecks.
They were going back and correcting the wrong answers.
It's like the sickest thing that's ever happened to this town.
You live in Atlanta. So I guess, excluding slavery and your city being burned to the ground and segregation and a notorious serial killer in the Olympic bombing and CNN. But, still sick. Clearly what we have here is a widespread cheating scandal, fraud. But why do the particulars of this great inflation scandal sound so familiar to me?
The companies repeatedly gave AAA ratings to investments they knew included risky subprime loans.
I just cannot place where I have extensively heard about systemic, just flat out falsifying of information and cheating.
Loan officers would falsify customers' job or financial information so they could qualify for mortgages.
The pattern of inflated appraisals and employees coaching borrowers to lie.
It will come to me. I can't figure out where Pink Floyd's The Wall. I don't know what that has to do. Meryl Streep, minus a P. Plus a cup of tea. I don't Wall Street. Wall Street! Oh, it's Wall Street! Son of a bitch! Are there analogous reference points between the Atlanta cheating scandal and the Wall Street meltdown? Tell me again, what was the actual fraud committed in each?
Educators gave students answers.
Her countrywide loan officer told her to claim she made more than twice her actual income.
So both falsified information.
Test answer sheets were altered, fabricated, and falsely certified.
I saw people alter W-2s and alter pay stubs to make it appear as if people made more money to qualify for loans.
All right, I'm sorry. An elaborate, purposeful, systemic culture of falsified information. It's all right, lack of ethical limits. Coached answers, altered documents. Sounds like pretty similar behavior. But why did schools and financial institutions take these shortcuts?
Atlanta educators could receive bonuses when student performance improves.
Loan officers received bonuses, commissions.
Personal enrichment, incentivized for personal enrichment. And why was this culture of fraud not stopped?
Educators who tried to report the cheating faced a culture of fear and intimidation.
There were threats and intimidation.
What kind of threats are we talking about?
Your tires would be flat.
Your tires would be flat?
Yeah.
In New Jersey, that's considered a compliment. I gotta say, mortgage lender intimidation is pretty weak. Sometimes I would bring yogurt to the office and Chad would eat it, even though it had my name on it. So many eerie similarities, though. It's sort of like how Lincoln had a secretary named Kennedy, and Kennedy banged his secretary in the back of a Lincoln. Or something. Anyway, there's got to be some difference between these two stories. What could it be?
3 disgraced educators, former teachers and administrators, were sentenced to 20 years. The others, including a principal and elementary school teachers, were sentenced to 5 years, serving 1 to 2 of them behind bars.
All right, and?
A recent New York Times Magazine story found that only one prosecution relating to the 2008 financial crisis led to a conviction and jail time.
I think I found the difference. Punishment! The teachers and school administrators are going to be punished with jail time, or what they might know as detention extreme rules. Whereas the entire financial sector is tied jail term-wise with the economy's equally critical Real Housewives of New Jersey sector. Oh, actually, they're behind 2-1. So why did the teachers receive jail time and the financial institutions fines? Perhaps this nugget from the judge who sentenced the teachers will shed light.
All I want from any of these people is just to take some responsibility.
The teachers were remorseless. They were cheaters who would never admit to wrongdoing. That's the contrast. At least those whose financial crimes nearly broke the earth were remorseful.
The states reached a $325 million settlement with AmeriQuest. AmeriQuest never admitted to any wrongdoing.
UBS did not admit any wrongdoing.
Morgan Stanley isn't admitting to any wrongdoing.
Goldman Sachs will not admit any wrongdoing.
Bank of America is not admitting any wrongdoing.
Who pays $300 million and doesn't admit wrongdoing? So the 9-figure cash settlement is not so much a fine as it is what? A little something for the Justice Department for looking the other way? Hey, good thing Justice is blind because she knows what's good for her, Here's what, she knows she didn't see nothing. So at the end of all this, you've got to ask yourself, what is this harsh punishment for Atlanta's educators meant to accomplish?
My hope is that this verdict that showed some accountability will send a serious message.
And what did the less harsh punishments for Wall Street accomplish?
A few years after the meltdown, that it's still business as usual inside some of these Wall Street banks.
The reason nothing has changed on Wall Street is because the incentives on Wall Street have not changed.
Perhaps we can put this lesson in standardized test form. Johnny is a cheating teacher on a train traveling 80 miles per hour west to jail. Charlie's a cheating Wall Street executive on a train traveling 40 miles per hour. I'm kidding, it's a helicopter and he's going to a party where giant ice sculpture of David is peeing vodka.